The winter of 1943 had a way of swallowing sound. Snow muted the footsteps of soldiers, softened the sobs of mothers, and buried entire towns under a silence that felt heavier than gunfire. In a small village untouched by maps and forgotten by armies lived Eleanor Ward, a woman whose quiet strength kept half the valley alive. She wasn't a nurse, though she tended the wounded. She wasn't a soldier, though she walked battlefields with stubborn courage. She was, if anything, a guardian of pieces, pieces of hope, memories, letters, and broken people. One evening, as the fog crept low across the ruined farmlands, she found an unconscious soldier by the riverbank. Captain Samuel Hayes, clutching a rusted brass compass. Its glass was cracked, its needle stuck between north and nowhere. Eleanor dragged him home, warmed him, stitched his wounds, and waited. When Samuel awoke, he looked at her as though he'd been dreaming of this moment for years. "This compass," he whispered. "It's the only thing that has kept me going. It belonged to someone I lost." Eleanor touched the dented metal carefully. "Sometimes things find new meaning," she said softly. Days turned to weeks. The war continued its relentless march, but inside Eleanor's candlelit cottage, time seemed reluctant to move. Samuel repaired her broken fence. She cooked for him. They shared stories, some whispered, others carried by the wind from trenches miles away. But war always knocks eventually. One midnight, distant explosions shook the valley. Samuel stood up, steady for the first time since she found him. "I have to return," he said, voice low. "People are counting on me." Eleanor handed him the rusted compass. "You don't need this to find your way," she said. Samuel held her hand a moment longer than necessary. "I think I do," he breathed. He left before dawn, becoming a silhouette swallowed by the snow. Weeks later, as wounded refugees stumbled into the village, Eleanor asked each one if they'd seen Captain Hayes. Some had heard his name. Some had fought with him. None knew what became of him. Then, one morning, the sun broke through the clouds for the first time in months. A young messenger approached her cottage, breathless and thawing from the cold. "Miss Ward, someone left this for you." Inside the envelope was the rusted compass, polished as best as someone could manage, and a note. "Whatever happens, know that you were my true north. Samuel." Eleanor pressed the compass to her chest, and for the first time since the world fell apart, she wept, not from grief, but from the fragile, stubborn hope that somewhere beyond the smoke, Samuel was still finding his way back to her.